we are in rotation number 3 here at the SEC Gymnastics Championship. 4 more still to go, but we've got to finish up this rotation. The Alabama fans chanting "Roll Tide," and for good reason. Standing on the floor, getting ready to perform, is the 2-time defending SEC floor champion, Ashley Miles.
Also the defending national champion, currently ranked number 1 in the country and in this conference. This is a new floor routine for her this year. Same big tumbling. The biggest double layout of the competition, absolutely floats through the 2 rotations in the laid out position. It's a tight race for this floor title already. 4 9-9s from Michelle Gales, Michelle Emmons, Taryn Humphrey, and Katie Heenan. So we're looking for a higher score than a 9-9 for Ashley to take this title. And remember, April Burkholder is still to come.
Also consider that in every floor competition this year, Ashley Miles has scored at least a 9-9. So expecting some big things here from the Alabama junior.
A very comfortable routine for her. She loves to perform. Alabama also looking to make up some ground for some mistakes earlier in the competition. With a stuck final pass, this will be a huge score. Ashley does it again. Just amazing with the power in this opening pass. Take a look, second rotation elevates higher than the first rotation. So difficult to do.
Gosh, seeing the height she gets on those rotations is just incredible, as is the score for Ashley Miles, getting it done for Alabama with a 9.95 and tying her season high. LSU competing on bars in this rotation. The final competitor for the Tigers is Annie Gagnon.
Annie's 6th best in the country on this event, averaging almost a 9.9. Beautiful lines in execution. There's her major release element right there. It's called a Horkina. Philip Ogletree standing in on that straddle back to handstand, making sure she makes it safely from the high bar to the low bar. Oh, beautiful execution of her final handstand. There's the dismounted double layout. Oh, just a small scuffle of the feet. She really has one of the best double layouts in this competition. Rises above the high bar, but this is that release element. She comes from a forward grip, pops over the bar with a half turn, and straddles back.
Annie with a 9.85, and LSU has had a very strong rotation here on bars. A lot of 9.8s, 9.9s in there, a couple of 9.9s by April Burkholder, Lisa Rennie. Georgia, meanwhile, trying to hang on to an early lead. Ashley Kupets on vault.
Different style of vault than we've seen all night. A round up half onto the horse to a pike, and what a great landing. There's assistant coach Doug McGavin in his 20th year with Georgia, and he has done a great job with this vaulting team. He's actually produced 46 All-Americans on this event. Look at that landing, and a big score for Georgia.
Ashley knows she's done her job. A 9.9 for the sophomore. There you see the scores after 3 rotations. They give you a pretty good indication of how things stand. The Gym Dogs stay in the lead, but those LSU Tigers just over a 1/10 of a point behind them. There are a lot of Gym Dog fans here cheering on their Georgia team at the SEC Championship. Georgia, of course, the defending SEC champion. They have 2 events underway so far, and Natalie Taylor is standing by with Georgia coach Suzanne Yachlin.
Thanks, Jen. Coach Suzanne Yachlin, when we spoke with you earlier, you said that rotations 1 and 2 were your best events, and you wanted to use them to build momentum. Were you successful in doing so?
I think so. We still gave away some points in some places where we could have done better, and that's good because we do have the national championships to go, but we didn't give away anything big, so we feel really good about where we are right now. We got the jitters out, and that's great that you can do that on those first 2 events, and now the girls can just relax and focus on their bars and beam.
Well, halfway through the end of the competition here, all right, what are you talking to your girls about at this bye?
Relax. I think it's all about, keeping it simple right now at this point, not changing anything because these next 2 events are all about the mind.
Georgia's got the job done. They have just over a 10th lead on LSU, and the Tigers, it's definitely going to be about the mind, staying in that purple zone as they head to beam One of the most difficult events to compete in this kind of pressure cooker.
Also competing in this rotation, Kentucky will be on vaults, Arkansas on bars, and Auburn on floor. Again, we get a chance to see the great all-arounder for Auburn, freshman Julie Dwyer.
Opening with a 2.5 twist punch front. Auburn has had 2 very successful events. You really see them competing with energy and heart out there.
Coaches always talk about getting that confidence, leading to momentum from one event to the other. Auburn coming off rotation 2. They had a great performance on beam, a season high there.
Last rotation they were on a bye, so it's important for them to remember that energy and enthusiasm that they gained in those first 2 events.
And really, Laura, you bring up a good point. That's a challenge all of these teams have to contend with at this meet, is figuring out what to do during those buys. If you're doing well, how to keep it going. And if you haven't done well, how to take a big breath and start over again.
It is a very difficult task for these athletes to be able to stop and start like that, both physically, keeping your body warm, and mentally, getting up and getting in the zone when you need to compete, and then backing off when you need to as well, so that you can save energy for this entire competition. Beautiful routine by a freshman from Auburn. Julie's opening pass is a 2.5 twist, which gives her difficulty, and she adds combination bonus by adding the front tuck out of it.
Julie Dwyer picks up a 9.85 on the floor exercise. Has that to go along with a 9.725 on bars, 9.875 on beam. Well, Lisa Rennie for LSU, one of their top performers on beam. She is set to go.
She is ranked 2nd in the country, 1st in this conference. She's added difficulty to her routine this year and shown tremendous consistency with it as well. Nice jump combination of a pike jump into a pike kick open. Oh, you can see she was crooked in the air, saves that landing. Tough landing on the body. Dee and her team always talk about staying in that purple zone. That means being focused, concentrating only on the task at hand and what's going on within their team, not what's going on throughout the competition. That's where she added difficulty this year. Normally she adds another salto element after the 2nd layout. Chose to water it down a little bit. She looked crooked on that first element. Probably a smart decision considering how close this competition is. LSU cannot afford a fall here. Swing front tumbling into her dismount to a gainer layout full. Very clean on the landing. Starts off with huge difficulty, a round-off layout. Quite a lot of risk right there at the start of the routine.
And you can see she wavered a little bit, but held on. And Lisa Rennie receives a 9.85 for LSU on the balance beam. That to go along with a 9.9 she had on bars in rotation number 3. Well, Kentucky in this rotation competing on the vault. And a junior who's done a good job for the Gymcats this year, Lucy Burgin.
Kentucky, remember, lost one of their best vaulters, Crystal Cook, when she sprained her ankle on floor. Lucy doing a great job for them. This vault is scored out of a 10. Round off onto the board. She reaches blindly back to the vault table. She does a half twist into a front layout. Again, a blind landing. It's so difficult to stick that cold.
Lucy with a 9.775 for Kentucky. But we're not quite through with rotation number 4 just yet. Still to come, April Burkholder already has 2 scores of 9.9. Can she get another one?